as you know, I wanted to do some different videos about different bands, and I decided to start with Papa Roach, not only because they're a great band, but because they're the first band that I saw live. It was on Nickelback's Dark Horse tour, but they were opening for them, and they were the first band that I actually saw, so I figured I might as well start at the beginning. So Papa Roach, I mean, if you're a lover of rock, you're a lover of Papa Roach. They're a great band. I love them, and since then I've seen them a few times. But they're a great band live, and they're a great band not live. They're a great band all around. I love them. I remember one time when I saw Papa Roach in, I think it was Peoria. They were on tour with Stone Sour, and In This Moment, and I think All That Remains. But I was back in the seat section and not down on the mosh pit, and Jacoby got so mad because everybody in the seats were sitting. I mean, my mom and I, we were standing, we were rocking out, because that's what you do at rock shows. And everybody else was sitting down, and he yelled at them, and everybody else stood up, and we lost our clear shot right there. But that's, I mean, they needed to stand up, but they didn't want to. And I'm like, wait, you're at a rock show, stand up. I mean, I understand sometimes, you can't. When you can't, that's one thing. But, like, everybody was just chilling. I just don't know how people do that at rock shows. But anyway, on with Papa Roach. 1994, they released their first EP, and it was titled Potatoes for Christmas, and it had songs like Coffee Thoughts, I think I can help you. Mama's Dress, and Lenny's, and I Love Babies. They've moved on from that point, and they did a lot of rap type things back then, and I didn't know that. Like, I know some of their songs even now, they're a little, I wouldn't call them rappy, but kinda, I guess. But I mean, they're a hard rock band definitely now, so I'm not complaining. How they started's how they started, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. February 4th, 1997, they released their first album, Old Friends from Young Years. And on that, they toured with Incubus, Powerman 5000, Hed PE, and Static X, which is kind of cool. I also read that they toured some with Eminem and Ludacris, and that's kind of wonky. But, I mean, that's who they were. And watching some of their old videos, I mean, you can kind of see, like, a little hip-hop-y kind of stuff. 1998, they released an EP called 5 Tracks Deep, and it sold over 1,000 copies in the first month. And then in 1999, they released Let 'Em Know. It was their last independently released song, and Warner Music Group picked them up, and they made a demo with them, and the tracks on that were Infest, Last Resort, Broken Home, Dead Cell, and She Loves Me Not, which all ended up on CDs, all of them except for, I think, She Loves Me Not were on their first, and She Loves Me Not was on their second. I think I was right about that. But anyway, Warner Brothers were not convinced by the demo. They didn't like it. They didn't think that it would go well, and so they didn't take it. Crazy. But then DreamWorks offered them a recording contract. In 2000, Papa Roach released Infest, and they went on the Warped Tour and Ozfest. This is where they toured with Eminem and Ludacris, it says in my notes. Yes, I can. Infest is triple platinum, and it's their best-selling album to date, which I wouldn't pin that just on it's one of their best albums, because in my opinion, The Connection is probably their best album, but I'll get to that later. But I mean, people bought albums back then, so it wasn't just, people going and downloading songs and this and that. I mean, I have all their albums, and I bought them all, but that's not what people do anymore. Last Resort.
Cut my life into pieces, this is my last resort.
And that's a song that I can always count on being able to play in the car with my friends that aren't really rockers, which are most of the people in KZ, and that sucks. But and I can always turn that on and count on them knowing it and liking it and like yelling it at the top of their lungs because they know that song. And then I'll play another Papa Roach song or another rock song, and they'll just be like, "Oh, turn that off." And like, why? Like, it's the same genre. Like, come on, you like this one so much. Why don't you like this one? Like, come on, get a grip. But I don't know how to convince people anymore. I've tried and tried. I won't give up though. Keep rock alive, guys. Love, Hate, Tragedy was released June 18th, 2002. It peaked at number 2 on Billboard 200, and it is certified gold. And then August 31st, 2004, Getting Away with Murder came out. It's certified platinum. And the album peaked at 17 on the Billboard. And the title track, Getting Away with Murder, was number 69 on the Hot 100. And Scars was number 15 on the Hot 100, so that's a good thing for rock music. Everybody knows that song too. I mean, Scars, yeah.
I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I can't do much, and my scars remind me that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to fail.
And then my favorite Papa Roach song, well, one of my favorites, but it's up there, is Not Listening, and that was on Getting Away with Murder. I just really like that song. It's gotten me through some times in my life that I just didn't want to listen, so yeah, Not Listening is a great song.
Am I a failure? If I've got nothing to lose, no, I'm not a failure. I've got something to prove.
The Paramore Sessions came out September 12th, 2010, and it debuted at 17. To Be Loved
Take the past, burn it up and let it go. Carry on, I'm stronger than you'll ever know.
and Forever are both on that CD. Metamorphosis came out March 24th, 2009. It sold 44,000 copies in the first week, and it landed at number 8. Lifeline and I Almost Told You That I Loved You.
Almost told you that I loved you. Thank God I didn't, 'cause it would have been a lie.
Are both on that CD. And then The Connection came out October 2nd, 2012, and now they're under 11/7 Music. And it debuted at 17, just like the Paramore Sessions. And it has songs like Where Did the Angels Go?
I wanna believe that there is still hope. Now I'm hanging about it alone. Haven't got to tell me where the hell did the angels go? Every day I ask myself if this is real. I only hurt myself to show you that I can feel.
And Still Swingin'. And now, Fear will come out January 27th, 2015. Super excited. And they've released 2 songs off of that. They've released Warriors and Face Everything in Rise, which is kind of like a title track, I guess, because Fear.
It's a blessing in disguise. I feel it cutting and it's trying like a knife. I will face everything and rise. Never gonna quit until I die.
But yeah, I'm really excited for that album to come out, and I want to see them again. I've only seen them 3 times, I think, 2 or 3 times. And they're a great band live, like I said, and I know they're with Seether in Chicago in December, and so I want to go. If anyone wants to come, that'd be great. But yeah, Papa Roach, they're a great band. If you've never heard of them, check them out. They've got 8 albums, so, well, 7 and then 8 in January, so they're pretty good. Keep rock alive.